Welcome. This is Community Spotlight brought to you by Rainier Avenue Radio World. We got a very special community spotlight to share with you. We have been pushing and we have been offering programs involving COVID-19 and the vaccine. We are partnered with the University of Washington. We are also partnered with the King County Health. And we are very interested in trying to get the word out and very interested in getting the word out about the COVID vaccine available. And so I've invited a very special friend of mine to come and talk about an event that she has put together. As always, she's so magnificent about getting things done. And so I've invited Rhonda Tilford. Hello, Rhonda. Welcome to Community Spotlight. You're on mute, so get your unmuted. There you go, dear.
All right.
Hey, you're looking great.
Hey, thank you.
My background, I was able to get most of that flyer.
Wow, look at you. That is awesome. Thank you so much for that.
At the top, I couldn't get it all in because it was a full-size poster. But anyway, it's a hot chili and cocoa mixer, which will be Saturday, October 30th, the day before Halloween, from 1 to 4 p.m. And I'll let you talk about that. And it's got at the parking lot at the Kent Library. This is at 212 2nd Avenue North in Kent. Again, this will be Saturday, October 30th, 2021. That'll be next week from 1 to 4 p.m. Free COVID vaccinations as well as Pfizer boosters. Hey, the event is free. Come on down, as they say. But I'm going to let Rhonda do that. Rhonda, thank you very much for coming on. And when I found out about this wonderful event that you put together, as only you can, I said, come on down and let's get it out there and do a community spotlight. So Rhonda Tilford, a transplanted Ohioan, someone from Ohio, I guess, right? Round at the ends and high in the middle, Ohio. Well, Rhonda, you and I have known each other, going on about a couple of 3 years now, huh?
Yeah, John. Really, the years are rolling by very quickly. They are. Yes, it's been several years.
Yep. Full disclosure, she and I worked together on that census way back in actually started in 2019, then got into 2010, whatever. And then we also worked on a presidential campaign, or short-term presidential campaign. But in the meantime, Rhonda and I have been staying in touch and talking about issues impacting the community. Of course, Rhonda, COVID being one of them, COVID-19.
Yeah.
So how did you, well, first of all, let's get a little bit about you. Where are you from, for the people that don't know you? And there's a whole bunch of people that know you. Tell us where you're from and a little bit about yourself, please.
Yeah, so I'm originally from the Buckeye State of Ohio, which you mentioned, and I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio. And so I was born and bred there, went to elementary, junior, and high school, graduated there. Then after that, I went on to Tennessee State University for a few years. Yeah, I forgot to tell you. Yeah, so I'm a TSU. And then I had my beautiful daughter, Jasmine. So then I dropped out of college, returned back home, and just raised her, and then finally finished my undergraduate degree from Xavier University in Cincinnati, Ohio. Yeah. And then so I've been actively involved in community work for, I don't know, it's been a long time. I'm just passionate about making the community a better place and being physically and spiritually and civically engaged in things that matter most to the community and obviously to myself. So, there I did a lot of work on various campaigns, and then also just local issues such as this issue that we're facing with COVID.
Right.
And I think that particularly with our people, we know that there have been a series of experiments and other things done that really have caused people to be untrusting of the process. And so I just decided to get involved in a greater capacity just to serve as a credible ambassador to encourage folks to take the vaccine. And I do know quite a few people who have unfortunately passed away due to COVID.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so yeah.
Unfortunately, that I think there's the very few families in this country that have not been touched by someone getting sick and or dying or both of COVID-19. But you know what? Cincinnati's loss is Seattle's gain, ladies and gentlemen. And you better not go back. You're here. I'm going to make sure you don't go back. I'm going to be watching you. But and then we started work together. You got involved again. It's just a typical kind of thing that you do. I say typical because involved in the community. You know that the hesitation about, of course, we know about the vaccine, but you also know the hesitation and the hesitancy with sharing information on the census. We ran into the same kind of issues with our communities of color, huh?
Yes, we did. We absolutely did. And, you know, John, and you and I went out and spoke publicly to many of our groups, encouraging them to participate, also explaining to them, you know, under the previous administration, there was just so many reasons for people not to trust the process, even more than usual. So it took an extra layer of work for all of us. And that project turned out to be quite rewarding because, you know, between people like you and me, and then just community citizens who stepped up to the plate, but it was no easy task. I mean, it was not easy at all. And
you weren't even going to get poked either to share the information. You were just going to fill out a form. But not, you know, so we had an uphill battle, but you did thousands of contacts. I have to say, I thought I was pretty good at that. Getting out there and glad handing and meeting people and making contacts. And Rhonda, you were like magnificent. If I was to say, you were my role model.
Oh, thank you, John. I really appreciate that. I do.
Yeah, because you really did a bang of job. But so now, I saw that this is the Black Business Coalition, and is that an organization you are a part of?
That's an organization that I recently formed, John.
I figured as much. I knew that. Ladies and gentlemen, I figured that. I knew that. So I just wanted to, you know, kind of lay the foundation. So Black Business Coalition. So what are you trying to do with the Black Business Coalition, if I could ask? Just give a little background on that one.
So a little background is what we're going to do is we want to directly address the systemic inequities amongst Blacks and particularly small Black businesses.
Right.
So we would like to leverage the resources of small Black businesses and the intellectual capital and get, like you and I have talked about before, get them meaningful contracts. But we have 4 pillars. So one of the pillars is, you know, economic opportunity. The other pillar is housing. And so with the housing, I have been in the process, and we have been in the process of just looking at some models, some different types of affordable housing that could actually create an asset for African American entrepreneurs or families. And then the other, where this health is going to fall, is that's just going to be a 4th layer of where we do what needs to be done in the heat of the moment, just to make sure that our folks aren't left behind. So we may be involved with like something like the COVID vaccine, or right about now, maybe even something like administering rental assistance. There's, I don't know, over 20,000 households that are behind on their rent in Seattle alone. And throughout the state of Washington, I think it's up to 280,000. So by the time that goes to January, you know, it's just not unrealistic to say that that could reach 350,000 folks at risk of eviction. So what we want to do is be in a position where we can make sure that the funding that comes down is getting to our people, because there is a bottleneck going on and the rental assistance is not being processed. I think that some of it just went out like 2 or 3 weeks ago. So now, although the Biden administration is releasing funding, we have a new set of issues where the funds are hitting the local level and not being administered in a timely fashion. So I definitely have a background in that area, and also grant administration and funding administration. So we like to put a few members of the coalition together who are willing to say, hey, we're willing to process a couple hundred rental applications or whatever is in demand. Because right now there's a lot of stuff being funded and it's not getting out the door the way that it needs to, which is creating more of a financial burden for particularly Black folks and BIPOC as well. And so we definitely want to do that. And then the third thing we're going to be doing is some mentoring. We'd like to provide mentors for Black business owners, people who have kind of already done walk the walk and walk the talk, and help aspiring entrepreneurs. And even myself, I'm looking for a mentor, a professional mentor, to help me avoid some of the pitfalls and just kind of coach you and guide you along.
But you have ran a business, so you have been a successful business person and a contractor, and that's trying to navigate your way through government contracts, whether it's federal, state, or local. It is a nightmare, and so you have a lot of resources as a person with your knowledge. So more power to you, Rhonda, because you and I have talked about the fact that people need good information. They need it now. They can't wait. They don't have, these are business people, or they want to be entrepreneurs. They need to learn this stuff, but they don't also have time to sit in the classroom to learn. They're trying to make a living, trying to make money. So
well, one of the things that we plan to do is we have more of a hybrid approach. So we will be working with co-working facilities so that if you need in-person assistance, you can get that. But we're not going to have that established brick and mortar presence for obvious reasons, to keep our operational costs down. And then as a result of COVID, we want to keep ourselves sustainable. So a lot of Zoom meetings and things like that, and then major events during the course of the year to bring about a tremendous impact. So we have applied for some funding through the city of Seattle. We didn't get the housing project that we applied for, but I have created a model that's geared toward mature women of color so that they can gracefully age in place in their own homes and own their homes. And so that's one of the models that we're working towards, is whether it be a condo or what, I don't know what type of facility, but the idea is to own the land so that we can set pricing and to have services that they're being administered, but there just needs to be more, and then be very culturally appropriate. So that's going to fall under our housing pillar.
Well, I know we had talked about doing an event in August. You were going to do an event in August to celebrate and honor and recognize Black business. August is Black Business Month.
Absolutely.
But the COVID just almost knocked that to the ground. And so keeping our fingers crossed, hopefully you'll be able to put something on next year. August is going to be coming up in a few months, but in another year, pretty close. But so the Black Business Coalition, can somebody join the organization?
Yes. So right now I'm in the formative stages, but yes, you can join. We honestly, we just recently received a grant for all of our marketing collateral and our website. So our website will be up, but people can join. At this point, there's no charge. At some point, there's going to be a charge, and but they can join and then serve on various committees. We need to have officers. So I'm definitely looking for a secretary and a treasurer. We're looking for a secretary and a treasurer. And then when you mentioned Black Business Month, we are in the process of applying for funding to support the Black Business Month activities in August. So we're doing that now. So yes, we would like and membership is on, right now we're solely focused on Black owned businesses. As far as for allies, there is a place for allies right now. What we would like to do with our allies is just have them to help to market the services and products of the Black businesses in the coalition and help them to sell their product in bulk. So that's the greatest way an ally can help. We want to keep the core membership Black at this point, for obvious reasons. So that's
yeah. Well, what communities are hit hardest? Black and brown communities with COVID-19.
Yeah.
You talk about economic downturn, which communities are hit impacted the greatest? Black and brown communities. When I say brown, I'm talking about African American brown, Black, African American. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, and there seems to be a pattern of that too. So well, I don't want to get off of that. That's not what this is about. This is about your event, the things that you're doing at Community Spotlight. You know, the spotlight is on you. So when did you decide that you were going to promote? Well, of course, you already knew the need to get the COVID vaccine, but the way to do this, I mean, chili and hot cocoa mixer. Oh my goodness. So
well, actually, I must be honest. I had a friend and we were just talking about random stuff, and she said, it sure would be good to what about doing something with some chili and cocoa? And we weren't even talking about COVID. We were just talking about activities that may draw people out in the wintertime. And so I said, when I think about that, chili is a comfort food. And so we thought about that. And then with the chili, we can have, the traditional with the ground beef, and then we can have the ground turkey, and then we can have the vegan chili. Mm-hmm. But our idea was like, you come, you get some chili and some cocoa, and you get your shot, and then you enter. We're going to give away just random prizes, but at least once an hour, we're going to give away a cash prize too.
Yeah.
So we wanted to make sure
door prizes are being.
Yes, definitely. And it's a family friendly event. So you can come and bring your children, your families, and then you all get chili, because we really want to target those Black and brown families. And so we were thinking, well, maybe they'll come out. We don't know, but we're hoping that if we can incentivize them, that they will come out and get a meal. And we may have a DJ. It's tentative because we don't know about the space. Mm-hmm. So if it'll accommodate it, but there definitely will be music and fun and mingling. And so you just come out, bring a neighbor or meet a new neighbor. Yeah. And grab some chili and get your vaccine. And we are partnering with the Department of Health. Mm-hmm. So that there will be actually nurses administering the vaccine. And if there's any questions or concerns, you can direct those, to that medical support staff that will be on hand.
Well, that's great. I mean, it's going to be, here we go. I'm going to move my body. I hope here. Okay, I better do it because the camera focused on me. Saturday, October 30th, 2021. That's next week, next Saturday, 1 to 4 p.m. at the Kent Library, 212 2nd Avenue North. That's in downtown.
Right, downtown.
Right downtown. You can't miss it, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be, and you can't see the sign at the top, but it says chili, hot chili, and cocoa mixer. You got to come out. It's free. You don't have to have an appointment. You just walk up. You don't need an appointment to get a vaccine. You just come on up and get poked. I mean, hey,
yep.
And so, ladies and gentlemen, and everybody that's listening, that will be listening to this, and we're going to be playing this several times up to the date of the 30th. Take this opportunity. If you have not been vaccinated, get vaccinated. Again, Saturday, October 30th, next week, 1 to 4 p.m. You're not doing nothing on a Saturday. If you need to get vaccinated, go down there to the Kent Library, 212 2nd Avenue North in downtown Kent. Hey, you get free vaccination, you get free chili, you get free cocoa, you get, door prizes and stuff. I got to forget, the camera's focused on me. Door prizes, stuff like that. And the thing is, we know that the vaccines work. We know, and so I'm going to put this one up. Yeah, I got mine. Get yours. You got yours. let's all get these people vaccinated, Rhonda. You know, it's just great.
Yes.
Just great stuff you're doing. So, um, who's doing the cooking on the chili?
I would say Chef Tammy, and actually, I'm going to be helping too. I'm actually going to be cooking too. So yeah, I will be. Yeah, John is like, what? Yeah, John, I actually cook.
I'll come out and help, but I'll be a taster. Yeah, let me taste
Okay,
it.
you come out, and I also want to say, because since we're having it the day before Halloween, we will be giving out candy,
Oh, very good.
because we were really thinking that some families might not be participating in Halloween because of COVID.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Yeah.
we're going to give out some candy bags for the kids and the parents, but I'm sure the kids will like it, but you know, parents may take the candy too. So just note that.
Mm-hmm.
But you are welcome. You are welcome to attend, John. We would love to have you. It's always a pleasure to see you.
I would love to come on down there. Kent is not that far away. Hey, again, we're talking about an event. Hey, get your COVID vaccination, get some chili and some cocoa. There'll be door prizes given away. You don't have to have an appointment. You just walk up, bring your whole family, bring mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, aunts, uncles, everybody. You need a vaccine. You can also get a booster. The Pfizer
Yep.
booster will be available. You're working with the state, Washington State Health Department.
Yes.
And I know one of the also sponsors is King County Library, plus the Black Business Coalition Pacific Northwest version. I'm talking to Rhonda Tilford, the brain trust behind and the founder of the Black Business Coalition. Just a great person to know. Enjoy working with her. And ladies and gentlemen, if you ever think someone will be reserved about and not give you what's actually what they're thinking about or what's on their mind, you have another thing coming when you meet Rhonda Tilford. She will tell you exactly what's on her mind. And if you don't like it, that's your problem. But she will not bite her words. She will not mince her words. But this is great stuff, Rhonda. That's why
Thank you, John.
I think this is great. I will make every effort to be there. I don't know what
Okay.
the problem is I'm also doing high school football.
Oh
So
yeah,
Saturday,
you
Friday, and
mentioned that.
Saturday.
Yeah.
But hey, again, Saturday, let's do this. Cocoa, hot chili cocoa. You're gonna have
Yes.
beef, chili with beef, chili with turkey, chili with chili, and no nothing, no meat is vegan. And
Yep.
it's going to be at the Kent Library parking lot, which is in the Kent Library, in front of the Kent Library, 212
Yep.
2nd Avenue North in downtown Kent, 1 to 4 p.m. on Saturday, October 30th, 2021. You got no excuse, folks. Come on down, bring the family, get your free vaccination if you have been vaccinated. The only way we're going to beat this pandemic is to get everybody vaccinated.
That
And
is
if
so
you've already,
true.
yeah, very good. And if you've already been vaccinated, get a booster. And again, you got free door prizes too. And she said there'll be there'll be candy given away because it's the day before Halloween. So,
Yep.
Rhonda, you,
Yes.
I know you. This is going to be just one of probably many events that you'll be planning with the Black Business Coalition. Who do they contact to get involved with the Black Business Coalition? Do they contact you? And
Yeah, the best thing to do would either be to contact me via phone or email info@pnwbbc.com. And you are right. I'm putting together a calendar for next year. So we're hoping we can get something done in Black History Month.
Mhm.
And also, we have put in for several projects. So we'll find out actually, the end of this month and November and December, we'll be finding out. So I'll definitely keep you in the loop for what transpires.
Okay, PNW, go ahead, do that again. PNW.
info@pnwbbc.com.
That's where you get that information. Do you want to give out a phone number or not?
Yeah, you can give me a phone. The phone number is 425
425
219
219
0392.
0392, and you'll hear a lovely voice at the end of that call. It won't be a recording. It'll be our wonderful Rhonda Tilford.
Thank you so much for all the praise, and compliments, John, and it's certainly a pleasure to be on your show and to be affiliated with anything that has to do with you.
Well, thank you very much. You're listening to Keep Community Spotlight with Rhonda Tilford, the founder and head of the Pacific Northwest version of the Black Business Coalition here in the state of Washington, Pacific Northwest, who are putting on this major event called Hot Chili and Cocoa, Hot Cocoa and Hot Chili, whatever way you want it, it's going to be hot, just like Rhonda is hot. And it's going to be on Saturday, October 30th, 2021, 1 to 4 p.m. at the Kent Library, 212 2nd Avenue North in downtown Kent. Folks, you got to come out. Free vaccines, hey, free chili, free cocoa, door prizes, candy giveaways. Get your booster too if you've already been vaccinated. Come on down and get to meet Rhonda. Once you meet her, you'll love her, folks. You know, that she's, in the short time I've got to know her and work with her, I consider one of my dearest and closest friends, you know. And I hope that chili is good because I'm coming down to get some.
All right, John, that sounds good to me. Sounds like a wonderful plan. I'm sure we won't disappoint you.
Again, Community Spotlight brought to you by Rainier Avenue Radio .world as a community service. Community Spotlight, we're featuring the hot cocoa and hot chili and cocoa mixer at the Kent Library, put on by the Pacific Northwest version of the Black Business Coalition, founded by my friend and the lady you see on the screen, Rhonda Tilford. Rhonda, thank you very much for taking the time, and I look forward to it. And like I said, we'll be talking. And all right. And
thank you so much for having me, John. And of course, we'll be in touch. Let's chat soon.
Yes, and keep up the great work for our community. We all benefit from it, you know.
And you too, John, likewise. Thank you. Have a wonderful evening and rest of the week.
You too. Community Spotlight on Rainier Avenue Radio .world with my guest, Rhonda Tilford. All right. Big event, Saturday.
All right, sweetie. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Look at it one more time, folks. October 30th, Saturday, 1 to 4 p.m. Get a vaccine, get some chili, get some cocoa. Hey, free gifts, all kinds of good stuff. And a booster shot, too, if you already been vaccinated.